metropolitan area.
So I'm here with Jaja, my nephew, and recent graduate from Kennedy High School in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jaja, talk a little bit about your educational experience, how it was for you getting through school, and some of your friends. Just talk about that a little bit.
All right, well, actually, I graduated last year in 2009, and I just finished out my first year in college. High school had its challenges. My family moved a lot, got evicted once. It was my dad died in high school, so it was a lot. And at first, I didn't like ninth grade. I did okay. I didn't think it was like a big issue if my grades were like just mediocre in ninth grade, but I wish they were better. Like I found out later, like my 12th grade year. My dad died in the ninth grade, so 10th grade I did really poorly, but 11th grade I wanted to do well in school. So I came back, I made honor roll, and I joined the wrestling team that helped. I got academic athlete awards and stuff, and everything turned out really well. 12th grade went by really well. I became more social, but I made sure I did my work so I could hang out. Or I got a girlfriend.
Cool.
So,
What made a difference through all those tough times for you? What helped you get through it? What made a difference for you?
well, I had really good teachers, and eventually I became intrinsically motivated to do well in school. Cause I wanted to be able to go to college after, and I didn't want to waste the intelligence that God gave me. So I just did what I had to do in school.
So teachers made quite a difference in your life. What about your friends, your peers? Where were their mindset? Were most of them sort of you're focused on getting through school, going on to college? What was sort of the mindset of most of your friends or guys you hung around with?
Well, I wasn't actually really all that social. Like I got lunch detention for a year from my math teacher because I never did my homework in 10th grade. So after that, I just did what I had to do. So I didn't. I had some friends, but I mostly just read, read a lot. My books became my friends. So I just read, and I don't know. From there, I just developed a good vocabulary and
So
did well in school.
you seem like you're really resilient. I mean, I'm sure it's not hard to look around and notice that a lot of young men like you aren't finishing school, and not just here in Maryland, in the surrounding areas, D.C., Prince George's County, Baltimore, around the country. What are your thoughts about what's around that, and what's causing a lot of us to stray, young men, and not fulfill their dreams, their potential? What are your thoughts around that?
I've thought about this a bit because I moved back to my old neighborhood in D.C. and all my friends were still in the same neighborhood. I had a guy I used to go over his house and play Sega Dreamcast with and get in trouble for coming home after dark. And he was on my corner every single night selling drugs. My best friend was completely changed when I met him again. All he did talked about was smoking weed, and he didn't graduate high school and stuff. But I think it's I guess the community, because that's what they would see around them. They'd hang out with their friends who were influenced by other people, and like one of my friends, his uncle was a cocaine dealer, so he got into selling cocaine, and now he has kids.
So our community really kind of dictates, kind of either steering us in a way of moving along a positive path, or sometimes it drags us into sort of situations that aren't always healthy. What is the role of the community in supporting our young men these days, our kids in general, and being successful?
Well, just being involved in their lives. I mean, my pastor, he's very involved. He would meet me to have coffee, and when I needed a place to stay, he gave me a place to stay. Just there to guide me. All I needed was someone to talk to and give me good advice, and I did well.
That means a lot to you, I'm sure, and I'm sure our community has a lot to offer to keep our kids on the right path. Any kind of closing messages or thoughts or ideas that you just want to share out as we're closing this video?
Just read. I had this kid come up to me today at work and ask me why I read a lot. He'd rather watch TV because he didn't have to think about it. I mean, if you pick up a book, you'll think more about stuff, and you'll pick up the language. And ladies like guys can articulate themselves.
Cool. All right, Jaja. Thanks, man, for your time.
You're welcome.